Okay, I have dedicated myself a small space in order to get my seeding started for growing vegetables, and some fruit are incorporated. I think I have cantaloupes and watermelon seeds to get started. Now, I'm going to be honest with everyone. I have not been able to, or no, that's the wrong wording. I have not had a vegetable garden in many, many years, which included veggies of all varieties, along with fruits. I started maybe a couple of years ago and bought a couple of fruit plants, and never, ever did I plant those fruits. They actually died in its original package. So this is going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, I did acquire some spinach, and I did acquire some hot peppers, which I love. And these are the jalapenos. I did find some collard greens, and I think that the collard greens, because they're not plants yet, will be winter picked plants. I have onions. I do have peas. I tried to pick the vegetables that I know that can be frozen. I found a package of celery, which I know cannot be frozen. I've never had any luck with that, even with the ones purchased from the stores. I have some carrots, I believe, up here. I have some kale. I have some Brussels sprouts, which I've learned to love in my adult years. I have a lot of, and I have some herbs, starting with rosemary. I have onions, of course, okay, of different varieties, okay, and I have lavender, and I am a true lover of lavender, not only because of its scent, but because of its medicinal properties, and it keeps away certain animals, like cats, from your garden. I have carrots, and I bought rosemary, because you can dry rosemary. I have cilantro, which is something that I'm learning to love. I have thyme, which is also an herb. And I have tomatoes, the beefsteak tomatoes, which I will eat in salad, and I also will eat on a sandwich because of its size, and I like it when it's not really ripe, but just about that ripeness is a great taste for me. I have dill, which I love. I also have leek, which is very good for you. I have some garden beans, which can be frozen. They also can be pickled. A lot of these vegetables here that I am showing you can also be pickled or jarred. So that's one reason why I got them, such as the cucumber. And I've also seen people jar the watermelon, which would be different for me. Beets, of course, can be pickled. And I have chives, which is also a good herb. Eggplant, which I cannot eat personally, but my partner can. I also have pumpkin, which I will plant the seeds. They should be ready by October. It don't take very long for them to grow. Then I have corn, and then cauliflower, okay? I also have broccoli. Broccoli is one of my favorite vegetables right now. For some reason, I love the broccoli plant. I'll show you the rosemary. And I did a couple, like the hard to find vegetables. I got several packages of those. Basil, a good herb. And squash, which can also be frozen. There you go. And that is about it. I have the lettuce, which is very similar to the butter lettuce, I believe. This brand here, and I think we call it the butter lettuce. I could be wrong, but we're on our way. We're gonna start doing this week. Everything else I have up here is just a multiple or more than one of what I already have. Oh, and the pepperoni. That's another hot pepper. I love hot peppers. Peppers in this variety, the jalapeno and the pepperoni, can be very good for you. Not too much of it, just enough. Just enough. I did see cayenne pepper, but I have an extra large jug, almost a gallon, of very, very hot cayenne pepper. So I don't need to grow that at all. It's already dried. It's already placed in this container. So we're not going to grow any of the cayenne pepper. I have enough of that. That's going to last for years to come. Now, the way I'm going to get started with this is I'm actually going to start them in the foam cups. And I bought these foam cups right here from the Dollar Tree. So this is going to be my starter. And granted, I'm late because this is, what, almost the 10th. Well, the day is the 7th of May. So I'm late getting started. I should have started this back in April. I should have started the seeds in the house probably in March. And then by now they should already have been put into their permanent container. But I'm late a couple of months, almost 60 days. And then another fantastic find was this plant label, which I don't usually get, but CJ picked this up. And so I have 3 packs of those of 10, and they were $1 at the Dollar Tree. So I got these for $1 at the Dollar Tree, and these at $1 at the Dollar Tree. So the soil that I'm going to use to plant the variety of plants that I have here is the Vigoro all-purpose potting mix. This is what I'm going to use. And I'm going to use that because it has a 9-month continuous feed cycle on it. And it is also labeled for a variety of vegetation such as fruits, flowers, vegetables, herbs. And it's a retainer. It's a moisture retaining soil. So I picked the Vigoro. It's $6.97 here at the Home Depot. I'm going to need probably 2 more bags, maybe even 4 when I think about it, because I do have outside 2 large bags of the garden soil that I would like to mix this with, and when I put it in the container. Now, I've got a surprise for everyone later on as I continue to start my vegetation, and that is I have a horse trough. It's a stainless steel metal container that horses usually drink water out of or eat feed from, that I can use as a gardening container. And that is something that I think I'm going to use the garden soil that I have outside in. And I want to probably transplant or put into that container potatoes and sweet potatoes. I think that's what I want to use it for. And I've picked a perfect spot to put it based on, and I haven't seen this yet, and I know I've seen it several times on YouTube and other channels, that the requirement for the sun and the water and shade and all those things that are necessary for proper growth. So I need to make sure that I place it in a particular spot, although I have an idea spot for it, but I don't think it's going to get the adequate sun that it needs. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I know for sure that we have a lot of bees here because the tree that I'm going to put most of these plants under blooms in the spring, and we have a lot of bees that comes and pollinate off of this particular tree. So that's something that I'm going to look forward to. I know the bees are plentiful here, so we're gonna do that. So that's the soil. These are the seeds. Those are the containers temporarily for the seeds until I get some growth. These are the labels so I can know what I put it into the containers, and we're going to get started. I'll see you soon.